Good morning, guys. It's Sunday. Time for model cars and coffee, or a model car and coffee, whichever. So, my last video Friday, I made a comment for those of you who stayed long enough to hear it or listened to the video with the volume on. I was working on something Thursday when I made that video, and what's in front of you is what I'm about to show you. This is what happens when I have a bunch of parts and pieces sitting on my workbench after a build, and I start kind of putting things together, just a little mock-up here, a little mock-up there, and the next thing you know, I've got something glued together. So parts, pieces, and glue, and a little imagination. Um, so I have no name for this. I have no idea what I was building when I started, but this is what I've come up with so far. Just a futuristic bubble top, and yeah, I'm not sure what I would call this. I'm not even sure what I'm going to paint it, but I wanted to build something a little radical. I mean, here lately I've been building a lot of drag cars, or you know street machine type stuff. Hadn't really built anything radical uh, in a little while, so I thought I would come up with something a little different. And yeah, this is what I come up with. So I don't know. I don't know what you would call this. It's it's definitely on the ground. I built the chassis. Everything is built around this engine. I started with the engine from the let me look here. It's the MPC 1/20th scale dragster snowmobile. That's the engine for it. I'm going to take a sip of this coffee. But anyways, that's where this all started. I just had the engine mocked up, and was going to use it in a different drag car. Even though it's a 1/20th scale, I was going to use a Pinto to put this engine in, just to give it the overall, that's a big engine kind of look in that car. But like I said, this is what's happened. I'm gonna pick up the phone here, and I'll leave it alone for just a second. I'll give you another spin. But the fenders that you see, the bed, if you want to call it that, the fenders. People that have seen this so far wanted to know: did you cut up a Mach 5 speed racer car for that? Nope. These are some parts. They all started out like this right here, including the back section. They look just like this fender, or whatever this is. It's just a bunch of miscellaneous parts that were sent to me. JR hooked me up with, and I don't know. I just kind of propped up stuff here, propped up stuff there. Like I said, these are both the same fenders, but this fender is turned on its side. So basically the wheel well opening that you're seeing here, it's flipped on the back. So that's what gives it that look. And of course, these little fins that you see here, another piece. You got the covers for the exhaust tips. That's another couple of pieces from the same parts. The rear section here, these are two rear roll pans for the Corvette, and I'm not sure if that's the 53 Corvette. I can't remember. But either way, they were Corvette. But yeah, this just you know just miscellaneous stuff. And then of course the frame, it's all scratch built. So basically, as you can see, I just basically set the engine down and started building from there. I didn't want the engine setting up high. Basically, this is in its park position. I guess if this was a real car, it would have a air ride suspension or hydraulic suspension, something like that. A few little added details. Let me get my pointer out here. A few little added details right here in this section. You'll see there's chrome bullets across the front of the bed. The front wheels, they actually came out of the 60 Ford AMT kit pickup. And everything else is just scratch built. This was actually, yeah, it looks like an egg cover. Well, it is. That's exactly what it is. The bubble come from an egg. My granddaughter last Easter had I don't know, got some sort of a toy egg, and it came with a two-sided shell. And this was just the plastic that it came in. So, of course, I snatched that up before it was thrown away. And now I'm making use out of it. So, the seat, and I'll show you all this here in a second, but the seat is just scratch built. The interior piece for the seat is this. Now this is your biscuit tuck. It's got the little, as you can see here, it's got the little buttons in between all the tucks. Gary had loaned me these press. It's a press that you press this pattern in foam, like you see here under the car, and it gives this design. Unfortunately, it doesn't stay. It fades away. And I may have shown this already previously, or not this, but previously in another video. But what I did was I made a mold of it using epoxy sculpt. Basically just mixed up the epoxy sculpt, laid it on a flat piece of plastic, and then pressed the press into it, and it came up with this design. And then I took the design, once it was cured out, and vacuum formed this thin plastic for interior panels. And there was a diamond tuck also. But anyways, so what I was planning on doing with this was putting a piece of upholstery in the back. As you can see, sort of, kind of from your view, there's one behind the seat on the back, and then the seat itself it's got the same biscuit tuck interior. But I don't know. I'm not really sure if I want to do that or not. But I don't know. It's a work in progress. This is one of those results of I don't know, too much time on my hands. I don't know what you'd call it. But I know you guys are waiting, so let me show you. That's the top view. And sorry about the shaky phone. But that's the top view of it. Added the it's got, looks like two gear shifters in there, but I just decided those would be the controls to steer the car, go forward, go back, kind of like the Beatnik Bandit had the one control for everything. So that's what I kind of come up with. You got your headrest, you got your footrest. It would be really difficult to drive this car, but yeah, it's just a model. You know, it's not anything I plan on making come to life, and as far as 1-to-1 scale. But yeah, it's just something to kind of spend some time on, and it needs a little bit more body work in some of the areas where things are glued together. You know, some of the seams are still visible, so I gotta do a little work there. And like I said, I have no idea what color to paint this, none whatsoever. But it definitely needs to be something radical. So let me get this back in place. I think it's going to stay, maybe. Okay, and there's something else I want to show you guys. So check this out. I don't know if you can tell that too well, but this is just a spoon. Yep, you guessed it. It's a spoon. But do you see the metal flake in the black paint? Now, I've never used any black spray paint or any other kind of black paint with a metallic in it. I don't even know if they exist. But how I got this effect is right here. This is for, I think my daughter said it's for fingernails. What it is, it comes with this little brush. It's some sort of a makeup something or other. You can see the metal flake in the bottom there. But what I did, I mean, this is just, she's always keeping an eye out for things that she thinks I might be able to use. So she picked that up for me, along with some different color resin, like these little bottles here. This is a silver UV resin. And of course, there's a black and so forth and so on. But what I did was I used a little brush that comes with it, and I primed this spoon with just black primer. As I was goofing around with it, I decided to smear that on the spoon, and it went on evenly. I wasn't trying to make a nice spoon. I wasn't trying to do a great job. I just wanted to see what it looked like when you put it on the black paint or any paint, and that's what it looks like. I don't know if I can help you out, and this video has already gotten a little longer than most of you guys care to pay attention to, but yeah, see how, I mean, it's got a nice sparkle to it, and it being a black paint. But anyways, I just used the little brush applicator, smeared, as you can see it a little bit on the brush right there, and just smeared it on the spoon, and then I hit it with a clear coat. And this has been done this way for probably about a year and a half, maybe 2 years. I forgot where I put that. That's why I never showed you this before. But I found it, obviously. I'd been looking for it for a while. It was in a brown envelope, but I didn't remember the brown envelope. I just remembered this plastic envelope, basically. And either way, couldn't find it. But now that I found it over, as a matter of fact, I found it day before yesterday, Friday. I come across it. And I wanted to show you guys, because we're always looking for something new to do to these models, right? I mean, you know, always looking for the next cool paint idea, next product. Well, this was purchased at a, I don't know, fingernail makeup store for women and men. You can do it. Y'all can do that if you want. Either way, so yeah, keep your eye out for these little things, or just show this to your wife or your daughter, you know, and say, hey, have you ever seen this before? I think they make it in gold and different other colors, so that might be something to check out. Now, don't go put it on your most expensive model kit and then go, man, this sucks. Put it on a spoon, put it on something that you don't really care about, and see how it turns out before you start putting it on stuff you really want to keep. Sometimes you have to tell people that. I'm not saying all of you need to hear it, but there may be one or two of you out there that goes, yeah, man, I want to put that on this car I just spent $8,000 for. No, don't do that. But anyways, I just wanted to show you that and, you know, kind of give you a new idea. Trying to get you a really good view. I'm sorry about the light. It's a rainy day, and if I open the garage door, it's going to get loud in here. But anyways, I've taken up way too much of your time. You're going to have to watch this in segments, maybe 3-part. Just pause it and come back to it in an hour. Anyways, you guys be safe. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the new subscribers. You guys are awesome, dude. I appreciate it. I really, really do mean that. And, yeah. Next time you have a bunch of parts and pieces on your workbench that are left over, maybe think about just doing something off the wall. something radical. Do something crazy. All right. That's 15 minutes of your time. I do apologize. You guys stay safe. God bless you. And I'll catch you on the next one. Later.